Man, oh man, guys, this is honestly shaping to be one of Stadia's biggest months ever, rivaling last November and December as we have excellent pro games, 10 brand new games, guys. Listen to this again. 10 brand new games coming out just this week alone. Then we have quite a few free things like Elder Scrolls Online and a Hitman starter pack that everyone has access to. All that in this action jam-packed video, guys. You're going to want to stick around for all the details. Make sure also, guys, that you're subscribed to this channel to always be up to date on Stadia news as it happens, especially since 45% of you still aren't subscribed to the channel. So we have to start this video with none other than Stadia's April Pro games coming this April 1st, and I'm going to be real with you guys. To me, this is quite possibly one of Stadia's best pro months, period. Of course, you guys already know Resident Evil 7 Biohazard Gold Edition is coming, and just in time for the release of Resident Evil Village, essentially about a month away. But then this is followed up by a well-revered RPG in Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana, which the Stadia team was kind to point out, as well as the community, that I've been pronouncing it wrong, so thank you guys. I'm sure that wasn't aimed at all at me in the Stadia blog post, and by all accounts, if you're an RPG fan, you're gonna enjoy this one. Then we have two familiar games in SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom and Pikuniku. And I want to say for the record, do not under any circumstance sleep on SpongeBob. Obviously, the show has always been aimed at a younger audience, but this game's actually extremely popular, and it came out just last year. It has over 7,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews. The gameplay, even though I haven't dived into it just yet, looks really good. Anyone's going to get enjoyment out of this for all ages, not just the little ones. Then we have Pikuniku. Again, this is a well-liked, relaxing game fit for all ages. So for me, this is one of the better pro months I've ever seen, and I'm sure some of you will debate me on that, but for me, Resident Evil 7 is easily one of the games that I'm looking forward to the most. I plan to do a full playthrough of it, so stay tuned. I'm not sure how I'm going to get that out, but I'm definitely going to do that. With that, let me know in the comments, are you guys as excited as I am for all these pro games for April? But obviously, guys, that is nowhere near all the news. On top of the two new games coming this week to Pro that are new to us Stadia users, there's also 8 games that are launching this week. Some of you already know some of them, as we've already talked about it. Disco Elysium is on the Stadia store right now at $40, and after making this video, I'm actually diving into that one head first. Been looking forward to this ever since it was announced last year. It's a detective game that has won a crap ton of awards. It's a very deep game. The new Final Cut features fully voiced story, new characters, and new quests along the way. And of course, then we have Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. This one's going to launch on April 1st, as well as you guys know, Outriders is a game that's got a lot of hype behind it, and as you guys know, it's going to feature the exclusive feature of Stream Connect, which no other platform is going to have, and that's the ability to see your teammates on the screen right alongside your gameplay. But those are just the games that you guys have known about. The new surprises are plentiful though, with Trine 4, which is now available on the Stadia store for purchase for $29.99. If you've never played a Trine game, but you love puzzles, beautiful visuals, and I mean really beautiful visuals, really unique puzzle-filled boss fights, you're gonna really enjoy it. Guys, I hate puzzle games. I hate them, and I'm giving this my praise because I've actually beaten the game myself. You want to check that one out. Then we have Nanotail Typing Chronicles. This is actually a Stadia Makers title, and it's coming in at $19.99. This one drops on March 31st, and it's an RPG-filled adventure that has you typing your way to victory. Then we have another couple of new games to Stadia and Cosmic Star Heroine. This is a classic-style RPG inspired by the 16-bit era. Features aliens, robots, magic, forbidden technology, and a galactic threat. This is on the Stadia store. It's coming on April 1st, and it's at $14.99. And finally, a game that went under the radar in Kimono Heroes. Now, this is a 4-player cooperative side-scrolling game, and looking at this game, because the gameplay is something that I'm unfamiliar with, or I should say the game itself, it actually looks really neat. Looks like a fun one, especially if you're looking for that couch co-op experience. I do like the pixel visuals, and the gameplay looks very action-packed, and it looks like a fun one. This one's also coming on April 1st for $14.99. And lastly, a game that I've been super curious and interested in, Killer Queen Black, the 8-player competitive game. This one features full crossplay with all the other platforms, so keep that in mind, and is a game that if you have that competitive itch and you want some fast gameplay, this one might be up your alley. It's $9.99 for pro members, and non-pro members it's coming in at $13.99. Keep in mind, again, this one is full crossplay, full online crossplay, so you will be able to find games. Just to let you guys know, you'll want to check it out because it's on the Stadia store today. All in all, guys, there's a lot of new games here on Stadia just this week alone, and we're talking just this week. When you add the pro games and you add these 8 games that I just mentioned, that equals 10 games for just the week. Of course, there's a ton of games still coming out for the rest of April. The one that I want to highlight the most is Judgment, that's coming later this month. Humankind did get delayed, but even with that delay, there is still a lot of new games that are coming, and guys, my goodness, my wallet is going to be suffering. With that, for those whose wallets might not be as packed to buy all these games, because my wallet sure isn't, there's actually some free stuff. And if you don't have Elder Scrolls Online from Pro previously, you're now going to have 2 weeks available to play Elder Scrolls Online starting March 31st at 9 a.m. PT all the way to April 13th. Now, this is on the heels of the new big expansion in Blackwood coming this June, and I would absolutely encourage you guys to play this on Stadia. I've actually put in quite a few hours myself, really enjoyed my time with it, but the one that I'm truly happy to highlight free is the Hitman free starter pack. And I want to say this for emphasis, this is for all players. That means you do not need to have Stadia Pro or even own a Stadia game at all. This is 100% free, and with this starter pack, it contains the Hitman tutorial mission, Hitman 2 Night Call mission, including all the challenges, which, guys, those are plentiful. They usually take a ton of playthroughs to go through. Also, it does feature full state share functions if you guys want to go ahead and share your gameplay with friends. And lastly, from March 30th to April 5th, you can play Hitman's 3 Dubai location for free. So again, there is a lot of free stuff here, and you can essentially demo a lot of Hitman and not play $1 at all. Also, for the record, that tutorial mission is just like a normal mission. It just has prompts to teach you the game. So if you haven't gotten into Hitman, I highly encourage it. This is one of my childhood favorites, and to this day, it's still one of my favorite series. Go check it out. Stadia Pro is not needed. But with that, guys, today's announcements and all the games that are coming out, what are you guys looking forward to the most? What are the games that are catching your interest? What games will you guys be purchasing and buying from this big list today that we mentioned? Will you guys be getting into the pro games at all? What are your thoughts on all of this? I'd love to read what you guys have to say. As always, I read all your comments, so feel free to let me know. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you're new to the channel as well, I highly encourage you to subscribe and stay up to date with all the Stadia news. As always, guys, I'm Sunny, and I'll see you in the clouds.